A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, we have Mr. Nimish Nama with us, who is working as a consultant in PwC, who has graduated from IIT Bombay, as well as he has also done his MBA from IIM Calcutta. So, this session is all about uh, how you can master aptitude problem solving, and at the same time, what should be your approach, what should be your thought process, how you can hit the accuracy, you can reach out to the right answer, and how you can become proficient in sort of master the art of problem solving. So Mr. Nimish Nama will be helping us out in understanding a couple of topics. We'll be covering a few topics from aptitude, which has already been covered in your daily learnings. That is the week 1, week 2, and week 3 topic. So this session, we will be covering like 4 to 5 topics which are frequently asked in majority of tech companies. So topics like number system, time and work, LCM, HCF. Then we'll be covering a couple of questions on remainder theorem, and so on. So this will be a very interactive session, and you will be taken to certain quizzes. At the same time, the session will be open. You can ask as many as doubts as possible to the mentor himself, and we request you all that you can anytime, whenever you have any question or a doubt, you can use the chat box and ask your questions. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Good morning, even good afternoon right now. So, really thankful for Cantilever Labs to call me for this session. I just wanted to tell you guys that it should be an interactive session. So I will request you guys to pitch in and ask as many questions as you can. And also, if you are comfortable at your space, you can turn on your videos. So it will be a two-way thing, right? All right. Right. So exactly, welcome you all. I am thinking that you will be preparing for your placement activities, and now test would be coming up. So you would be preparing for multiple exams and test and topics in each of the aptitude problems. And in aptitude also, it covers mostly from the range of it also have multiple topics like verbal, like DILR, and data interpretation and quantitative reasoning. So all these topics would be there for to you to prepare, to get the concepts right, to get the speed in the process, to get the accuracy. How do you do that? So let's go through each and individual step in this top in this in this session. So first, let me tell you what we will be going to cover in this session. So first, today we will be only looking at the quantitative side of it and the aptitude problems, which comes in mostly all of the exams. So it is a major part of any exam. So topics like number system, LCA, percentage, time and work, these all will be covering today. So before going there, let me tell you my story about around like how I prepared for the exam, what are the things I look for. So as you know that I'm from IIT Bombay, so we also had this placement season there, and we had all the tests of different companies. So what was more important was when the tests are 2 or 3 months away, you have a good enough time to practice on the problem. And the best part of these tests is you need to just cut off the you need to clear the cutoff. Don't need to like excel, like coming in top 10 percentile of the batch and anything like that. But the cutoff set by the company, you need to clear it. And also that is basically generally the first round of shortlisting in the process. So it would be not that tough to cut off. It just you need to get revised with your concept, with your skills, and with your knowledge of specific topics. So that's what we are covering today. As we know, there the placement season is a little ahead of us, so we have a good enough time. And then what happens is when the companies come, specific companies come, they had different set of way of asking questions. Some only look for the uh, high speed problems. They will give they will give a very short time, like 20 minutes, and they will give 80 questions. So you need to you need to solve it in pressure. So one is that. Another is generally approached by major companies is all sections of each individual parts of the uh, questions, basically of the paper. So basically covering aptitude, verbal, and DILR skills, data interpretation and logical reasoning skills. So this is one of the thing. Also then after that, you have companies also which look for specific roles, so that come like that ask only about the probability side. So we cannot say right now that which type of company will ask which type of questions, and we cannot prepare for that. So what we need to do is currently had to see all the topics, at least have an understanding of basic understanding of individual topics, and then we can go to the problem solving, and then we can go to the part of the specific part of the sections basically. So all right, so what is important in covering these topics? So first is concept clearing. We should know the how a individual topic, what the theory is, what they want us to see, like how to solve question. Then comes the most important part where you actually need to work and spend hours upon. So that is practice, because each question can be solved in n multiple ways of in n multiple ways. So you have to understand that what you need to understand, you need to read through the question, you need to like exactly look for the question what they are asking in this question, and what is the short approach to do that. And that will come only by the practice. So that is where a practice and also accuracy will come, that you will get right questions, right options out of the confusing 2 3 options basically. So that is one part. Another is another then when these two things happen, we are clear with the concepts, we are clear with the practice, we have done enough practice. Now comes the third part, which is you can say last step in the ladder, but uh, it is a very good output in our performance. That is smartly solving the question. That involves eliminating the options, seeing what actually, like what is the asked in question and what need to avoid reading in a whole big question. Another is just looking at the range of the options. How much is the range very close? You need to solve very exact to the number, exact like digit to the last digit to the number, or you can solve in like just taking an average or easy numbers. So that all comes after you had done a strong grasp in concepts and practice. So today what I will do is I will go through, we have taken as you have covered 4 or 5 like no 6 to 7 topics in your course. So we will be looking the of 5 topics of that, and we will be solving the questions here in this class. And we will be addressing the problems which come with the silly mistakes we can do, and also what is the best way to do it. So let's proceed with the session. I'm really glad Cantilever had done this, because as I had seen in my journey, it is most importance the guidance if it comes through an experienced person. So all right, so when we come to the topics, number system, LCM, and percentage, so these topics we will be covering. So yeah, for this we need to you need to log into the slido.com. Just either go to the web browser and type Slido, or just scan the QR code, it will take you there. So what we will do today is we will practice the live question, and then we will see how to solve them quickly and fastly. So guys, just go to the Slido and give me a confirmation on chat saying yes that you had reached to the Slido. Then we can start. And Sagar, just like you can coordinate here and get it done.
Yeah, definitely, sure.
I have also copied the post code on the chat. If you can just directly go to it. I can see 2 people there. So make sure you all register to that, because if we've not done this, we cannot proceed ahead in this session. So I request everyone to just log into this slido.com 567708. Also, I suggest you guys to have a pen and paper with you, because we will be solving questions then. So please prepare your pen and paper, and we will then after that we'll solve and we'll tell you that how these questions can be solved in least amount of efforts or least amount of time.
So just to add on, the people who have joined recently, I would request to quickly scan this QR code and enter the event. If not, you can also use the link which I have recently shared in the chat box. At the same time, I've shared in the WhatsApp group. So you can join the Slido event through that. Also, I would request all of you to sit with a pen and paper, because they'll be solving questions. So it will be very easy for you to, solve questions, and you will thoroughly understand a particular question. So please sit with a pen and paper. All right.
Great. Let me tell you my story when I was preparing for the paper. So I will say that in the initial time, it was like earlier I used to get the questions right, whichever concepts I am very confident of. But whatever the concepts I'm not confident of, I struggle on that, and I waste time and also not able to solve the question. So what I did, I stopped like having solving directly on the questions. I took a gap. I took like 10 days or 15 days to understand the topics and understand the concepts of the topic. Let's suppose number system. I have studied number system. We have all studied number system in 10th, 9th, 10th, 8th maths. But we currently forgot what exactly the remainder theorem is, what exactly the how we call calculated remainders back time. And so that's where I took a pause, and then then refresh the concepts and the topic, so that it will not be, if I'm going towards a question, it should be that I should know the theory, I should know the basic theory, and then with some practice I am able to understand what is what is asked in the question. So that was my strategy, uh, that learning the concepts well and then going to the problem. Some topics which are probability and permutation and combinations, which we have done in 11th also, but right now we are not in touch with the topic, so we have completely lost idea of it. So that's where it helps. So yeah, I will suggest you guys that you should also have the topics clear, so that it will not be an issue in while solving problems. So uh, just make sure you do that. And I guess there are in enough participants, we can start. Anyone's left, please sign up. Okay, so we'll start now. Whoever will join, so they can join in next question, I guess.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. No issues. No issues. Yeah.
So just like a help from your side, Sagar. Make sure you just keep putting this link in the chat box, and just message there, so that people can join in who have joined
Perfect.
late.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, sir. Nimish,
And
sir, you can.
more people are joining, I guess. So that's why.
Correct. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, guys. So let's not waste time, and let's start the topic. So first, what we are doing. So this is a number system problem. Okay. So sorry, this is work and time problem. So how we will solving? So it's the time has started. Please keep solving this question. You get 60 seconds.
So guys, each question will be timed, and you will be getting exact 60 seconds to solve the question. So at least like attempt the question. I mean, if you are even facing a difficulty, right?
Yeah,
At
please
least
attempt the question.
attempt the question.
Okay. What should we do, Saurav? Should we extend some time, Sagar? Should we extend some time for them?
Yeah, definitely. We'll just again start. Okay, the
Whoever not able to solve, please solve. We'll stop it at 30 seconds.
correct. Yeah.
Everyone should attempt at least so that they'll know what is the problem where they can improve. I can able to see 8 responses yet. Come on, guys. Last 10 seconds.
And I guess Nimisa, like these questions are not that. I mean, these are 1 minute or max to max like 1 minute questions, right? 40
Right,
seconds to one
right,
minute
right, right,
questions.
right. So it's not like that you are very tough. All right. So we get 9 responses, and most of them right 225. That's very great. It's the right answer also. But can anyone tell me how they have solved this?
Guys, it may happen that most of the times we ideally have our own unique approach to solve a question. So let's say try to be little interactive.
Yeah, exactly. This is why this session helps, because it is the exchange of ideas. So how the question one is solving and how the another person is solving. So I give everyone a great new way to go into the question. So anyone, there are many candidates, like 6 7, I think 8 candidates who have chose 8 or 7 candidates who have chose 225. Anyone can just tell me the approach, it would be
Simply
great.
need not to be very correct, guys. If you have attempted it, if you had a at least how to initiate the problem solving. So if you even have cracked, let's say, first step or second step, please feel free to share your thoughts.
Anyone, guys. It's not nothing is right or wrong here. It just how you solve and you learn in the process. Whatever you have done, it's okay.
I guess, Nimisa, look, we will proceed
Okay.
with this one question, and then I guess people will. Okay, people are sharing it on chat box.
All right, that's great. Share it with everyone, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's proceed here now. All right, Hurts to solve this question in 7 seconds. I would like to know Harsh how you did that. All right, Shavya 13 and any, it's okay, whatever it is. And we have also run the question 2 times, so it can come from that also. So it's okay. So now coming to the solution. Uh, so this is the solution which is like done in generally given in the textbooks and how you have done it. But here today we will look how it can be done in the easy way. So all right, now let's see. So I will use annotations here, guys, so that it will be better. Okay, so all right. Yeah, so you can see what it is question is asking. First read the question so that you understand what is asked out of the question. A can do a piece of work in 10 days, B in 15 days. They work for 5 days, the rest of the work is finished by C in 2 days. So the total work gets completed now. If they get 1500 for the whole work, the daily wages of B and C are daily wages they have asked, and they will be it is not about the it is not about only about the work they have done in the whole duration. It is about what they have done in 1 day. And remember, guys, generally in time and work question, what is important is specifically how anyone, a person, what is the efficiency of the person, that is defined by the work done by the person in one day. So here, when we look that A can do a piece of work in 10 days and he worked for 5 days, he or she worked for 5 days. So this is basically he had done 50% of the job there, right? 50% of the job, 1 by 2 job is done by A. B again worked for, again he can do, she can do the work in 15 days and they work for 5 days. B also work for 5 days. So B can, how much of the work is done by B out of 100%? 5, she worked in 5 days. So 5 by 15, that is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 of work have been done by B. So remaining work is done by C. Now C did completed the whole work in 2 days. What is the remaining work? 1 by 2, 1 by third done by B. So 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. That comes out to be 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. That comes out to be, 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 work have been done by C in 2 days. So basically the ratio, the ratio they have worked on this whole project is 3:2:1. Are you able to get this? Because the ratios are 1 by 2 to the 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 6, and that when we take LCM 6 in the whole, it will come out to be 3:2:1, and that is where there the whole pay of this will be divided. So 1500 is divided among A, B, C, and we need to only look for B and C. So wage B will get for whole this is 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 work is done by B. So 1 by 3 of 1500 would be 500. So B have got 500 for 5 days. So right, 500 for 5 days. So 100 each day. So 100 is the wage got by B. C worked at 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 of 1500, how much it is? 1 by 6 is, any answer guys? So 1 by 6 is 250. 250 means 125 per day of C, because C only work for 2 days. So 125, and it is asked daily wages of B and C are. So it asks the sum of it. So 100 plus 125, that is 225, and that's why the 225 is the right answer. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Please respond in chat. So I will proceed after this if you think this is clear. So we will be moving forward in this. Just let me know if it is clear.
Bhupendra, I can see Bhupendra has some question, it seems. Okay, yes. Bhupendra,
Yeah,
do you have any question?
also use raise hand and the emoticon for getting it right. So yeah, Bhupendra, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, Bhupendra, Ravi Shankar, I can see you have raised your hands. So if you have any question, please unmute yourself. I guess they are trying to give you hi-fi, Nimish sir, not an issue.
Okay.
Can proceed.
All right. Sure, right? You don't have any questions, Ravi and Bhupendra? We'll proceed further then. Okay. All right. So going forward, the next so this is the second question. Guys, be ready with the Slido. The question will be getting live. 3, 2, 1 now. Sorry guys, just a minute. Ravi, if you want to ask any question, you have to unmute yourself. Please don't annotate on the screen. Okay. Last, only I got 8 responses. So 30 seconds more, guys. Respond, whatever responses. If you don't think it is right, but please respond to it. All right. Okay. Ravi, can you tell what is your doubt is? Guys, just we'll handle like Ravi's question, and after that we'll go to that question, so that this question will be completed to all. Yeah, Ravi, unmute yourself. Hello, Ravi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
hi.
Sir, in the previous question, you said that the ratio will be 3 is to 2 is to 1.
Right.
Sir, but we have taken the work done by A and B for 1 day. But the C did the work in 2 days. So how can be the ratio 3 is to that?
No, so the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 1 is what? 3 is to 2 is to 1 is not their efficiency of 1 day. It is part of the job completed by A, B, and C in the whole job. Okay, so because there, why we have done that? That is because we need to calculate wages, and wages is total for the job done. The price, the wage is 1500. So that will be divided according to the percentage of work done by A, B, and C. So the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1 is not their per day efficiency, but it is the job done, job percentage of job done.
Sir, I just want to ask you, how did you calculated the C's ratio?
Exactly, C's ratio, how I calculated. So you see, for B have done how much work? 1 by 3.
1 by 3. Yes, sir.
A had done 1 by 2.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of the day work was done by C. So remaining work will be done by C only, right?
Oh.
Or
Yes,
you can, what you can directly go here is, if A is done 1 by 2 work, he will get out of 1500 directly 750 rupees.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
So B will get how much? 1 by 3rd of 1500. So that is 500. So then agar 750 A is getting, 500 B is getting, the remaining only will get by the C.
Yes.
So it can come from there also. 1250. So 1250 is the sum of both. So remaining 250 will get, C will get.
Sure, sir. Sir, I got a little confused. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Okay, so moving ahead in the next question, 11 of you responded to that, and everyone has responded, like most of the answer is 40, and yes, it is correct answer. So it is basic equation question. So in this question, if we think it is done by easily equation, we can do that, right? Because we can make a equation here that 4x, we will assume that correct answer is x. So 4x plus 4x minus 75 minus x, because that total number of questions into 1 obviously. So this equal to 125. So 75 going there, that is becoming 200, and then here 4x minus of minus x will be becoming 5x. So 5x equal to 200 and x equal to 40. It can be done in this easy way. But let's suppose if you're not able to form equation somewhere, but you can able to put your logic. So what you can see, if you can see the options, you can see 35, or you can assume any number, let's say. So if you say that all the questions right will get, will fetch how much mark? 75 into 4, that is 600. So, and 600, and each question lost will get how many marks? Will be deducted 4 minus 1, 5 marks. So she secures 125, and uh, and if she got 75 right, she would be getting 600. So 600 minus 125, that is 475 is marks deducted in wrong answers, and that is 475 divided by 5. So we can get that 475 divided by 5 is just a minute. Yes, sorry. I guess, yeah, this thing I got it wrong. 75 into 4 is 300 basically. So 300 minus 125, that is 175, and then 175 divided by 5 is, we'll get that 35, and 35 is the wrong answers, not the right one. So for wrong answers are 35 out of 75, to total number of right answers are 40. So this is the second way to do it. But right now here, simple equation can also get us right answer in quick time, and the wrong answer will and in another question with tough question we can apply this logic also. So all right, moving to the next question. I guess this is
Nimish sir,
yeah.
I just to guys, tell you that see, this is the safest place to make mistakes, right? I mean, if you don't fail right now, you will not enjoy the process of learning. So right now, like I'm expecting a lot of people must be having questions, and make sure that you attempt each and every question. Like, have the more you will scribble with pen and paper, the more you will scratch your head, the more you will ask question, right? The more interactive you become, you will enjoy the process of solving. So I request you people to be a little proactive and solve the questions. All right, sir, we can proceed. Yeah.
Yeah. So please, guys, that's why pen and paper and joining Slido. These are the two most important things for this session. And you will learn only when you will get it right or get it wrong, right? So it is not anything, there's not an issue in that. So, all right. So this is done by the simple equation. We'll go to the next question. Sagar, put the link on again if anyone wants, and then we can go. All right. So this is the question. Shoot it, guys. 6 answers yet. More answers, guys. 8. Well done, well done. Just for you to submit, if you are stuck somewhere, just 20-second more this time. This will also tell you that if you just got a small time more, you can able to solve that. So that's where you need to improve your speed. Okay, all right. So 6.25, great. Most of you have done get it right. So this is the right answer also. So what have we done? This is an average question, right? So what we have done, total score target, we know it is 282, right? And then we know that in 10 years, 10 overs have been done and the run rate was 3.2. So what is the score till 10 years? 10 overs, sorry. 32, right? So 32 run have been scored. Now the target is 282. What is the remaining score left? It is 282 minus 32, 250. 250 should be done in 40 overs. How much? 250 divided by 40, 0, 0 cancel. 25 divided by 4, 6.25. That is how you get this right, right? So what you need to do is a game of average. How averages are calculated, what is the total score, what is the total overs, how much has been completed, that needs to be subtracted, how much is remaining, that needs to be divided. So that's how you can get the right question. Okay, and you know, right, this is a direct simple equation. So that's where it is 250 divided by 40, that is 6.25. That's how we got this. Any doubt here, please raise hand before I come to the next question. Before I go to the next question. Any sort of doubt, any sort of doubt. If even if you're not understand the problem, that is okay. Okay, everything fine, right? All right, so then I will go to the next question. Do it, guys.
Amit is celebrating. Amit is very happy, right?
That's great.
Many a times, like focusing on the right keyword also, I mean, half the problem gets solved, right, sir?
Exactly, exactly.
I'm still not getting, like, around out of 23 students, why only 9 and 10 responses. Guys, are you facing any difficulty?
Guys, do it quickly, do it quickly. At least attempt the questions. So with that, you will know that you are getting it wrong or right. Okay, all right. So this is number system. This is number system. That is directly from asking how we will calculate it. So anyone can tell their approach. I guess hers have been done right. Oh, Madan this time. All right. Sanya also. Just tell the approach. Are you guys really solving or you just clicking random options? Now I am getting doubts.
Guys, if you have any hack, or if you are very good at intuitions, right, let us know that also, like if you if you have some magic trick.
All right. Okay, more answers. All right, so I'll tell. So how this question will be done. So we know 88 is divisible by 8 and 11, right? But right now, how to get like from largest 4-digit number? So that can be anything from 9999 to anything. So how we'll calculate that? But the beauty of this question is it is directly solved by the basic division of basic division. So what we have done, we have selected 999 as, because we know that that is the largest number, and then what we have done, we have divided it by 88. So we can see 88, 119, 11, 88 and 319. So that is not a big number also to get like what will be the multiple of 88, and we can get that 113 and the final remainder is 55. So if 55 is remainder of 9999, then 55 9999 subtract 55, subtract 55 from that, you will get the number. That is how we do this question. And it is not a tough question, right? But we just afraid that it's, oh my god, number system, what we will do, how we will solve that. But it is just basic 999 divided by 88, the remainder, and then subtract the remainder from that number. As simple as that.
Lot of questions are like खुदा पहाड़ निकली चुहिया.
Exactly. तो देखा तुमने, right, कि इसमें कुछ था ही नहीं. We haven't done anything. This is a simple math problem, simple like I don't know, fifth, sixth class division problem. So just guys, if you think it is great, I'll use your thumbs up here if you understand this. Okay, so we will be doing next question after this. Are you able to enjoy, guys? Are you able to learn anything? Great. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks, Ravi, for your response. Thanks, Dawood. Thanks, Mohammed. All right. Okay. Great. So next question. Just a thing, guys. This is here. It is power to the power 6374 to the power of 1793, 625 to the power of 317, and 341 to the power of 491. This integration problem from the back end, but don't worry, you got the question right. Unit digit, we'll give you more time. I'll just explain the question again. Unit digit of 6374 to the power 1793, 625 to the power 317, and 341 to the power 491. More attempts, only 11 people, 10 people are solving, is it? Great. I guess either you are solving this or just you are seeing that one option is selected, and then in the second time you are just selecting that option. If it is that's the case, it will be very painful for me. Okay, no worries. So this question, anyone wants to tell their approach? Anyone, guys? And just tell you that guys is a gender neutral term, so don't think I'm just asking the boys in the room. So please go ahead, guys. Anyone, or should I go? At least tell me that. Yeah, please, Nimish, you proceed. Okay, no issues. So how is the unit digit calculated? How is the unit digit calculated for such a big number? So in this, we need to understand the topic. That is power cycles. What is power cycle? So if you see 1 to the power anything like 11 to the power square is 121, to cube is 1331. Every time the unit digit, it is exactly 1. Why? Because when you multiply 11 into 11, the unit digit will be 1 only, right? It is basic multiplication, because the other unit digit is not affected by the numbers written in apart from the unit digit, right? So we need to understand the power cycles of each and individual number. One is this. Two, how is 2? 2 is 2 4, right? 2 4 6 4. It goes like 2 4 8 6, again same, right? So you need to make sure this you know. So now in this question we have 3 numbers, 4 5 and 1. And then what will be the power cycle of 4? 4 square, 4 to the power 1 is 4. 4 square is 16. 4 cube is 64. 4 to the power 4 is 64 into 4, 256. So you can see that the 4 is the cycle is 4 and 6. Even number will get the 4, odd number will get the 4, and even number will get the 6. So right now what here is 4 to the power 1793, and then also the last power there 4 to the power 3, that is an odd number, and that is this whole number is an odd number. So that's why 4 to the power anything odd number is 4. So we get 4 from this. 5, we know 5 is what? 5 to the power 5, 5 to the power 5 square is 25, 125. So it is every time 5. So 5 to the power anything is 5. So 4, 5 and 2, 341. 1 to the power anything is also 1. So that is 5 into 4 into 1, that is 20. The unit digit will be 0. And that's where the most of the guys got it right. Okay, so I guess you have understood this. All right, I'll proceed ahead. Again, I need a clarification. You got it right or not? Please give me a thumbs up. If it is, if are you able to understand? If any problem or any question you have, please let me know. We will, I will solve for you. I will also tell that where you got stuck. So if anything is there, please let me know.
Guys, there are a lot of tricks and techniques that Nimish sir can definitely share. If you are not interacting, the session will sort of be very monotonous, and you have to extract more and more from this session, guys. So I request all of you to be little active and contribute to the session.
Okay, all right. So let's go to the next question. Tanya is leading the board. Madan is not far to catch up, guys. Let's see. Okay, next question. Acha, did you tell them the Sagar? Did you tell them that the price of this we haven't discussed, right? They do not have the
Oh.
incentive to answer it.
Exactly, guys. I'm very sorry. Something which is very much missing in the session is, see, Nimish Nama sir is currently working as a consultant in PwC, and you already know, like he comes from IIT, and he has also graduated from IIM. He has completed his MBA from IIM Calcutta. So if you people score very good marks in this, and there will be a bonus question, okay, at the end of the session, there will be a very a last question will be a bonus question, and we'll definitely announce that if you guys solve that one question, crack that one question very sincerely, okay, the topper of that question will get a chance to get on a call one-on-one with Nimish Nama sir, and can discuss anything, right from the preparation strategy, or how to master aptitude problem solving, any specific. There are a lot of tigdams, guys, like a lot of brahmastra to solve particular questions. And if you really want to know what those shortcuts are, tips and tricks are, some hacks and some formulas are, secret formulas, and you would definitely get a chance to be one-on-one with Nimish Nama sir. So I request each one of you to be more active, and out of 25, 27 students, only 10 and 11 students are solving the questions. This is not the right way, guys. So I request all of you to be participant, and be little proactive. If you fail here, right, यहाँ पे अगर आप जीतते हो तो ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम निमिष नमा के सर के साथ एक सेशन के अलावा आपको ज्यादा कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, बट अगर आप यहाँ फेल होते हो आपको बहुत कुछ मिलेगा. If you are failing here, if you are making mistakes, I'm telling you guys, this is the first step. And if you're aiming to get placed in good companies, if you're aiming to sort of crack tech exams, please make mistakes. Okay, yeah, all yours, sir. Now please continue.
All right. Okay. So I guess now that you know that it is not about like just only solving it correctly, but it's just about getting started. So that's why, guys, get started and attempt, and the right and wrong will be all changed by the amount of time you will give. So that's not an issue. Okay, so next question is here, guys. Okay, three answers only. I'll give another shot to it because I know this is the tough question. So grade 7, More attempts, more attempts. This time I've not showed the answer, so I guess people will be doing it by themselves. All right, okay. Any more want to submit there? Just 10 seconds there. I just wanted to see if like now they know answer, they will just put the most selected one. Okay, no need now. All right. So now this question. The important thing here is not about the right answer, it's about how you are solving it. And are you able to get that approach? So it's only two things written here, right? Now, how to solve them? Two students appear at an examination. One of them secured 9 marks more than the other. Comparative one, first information, and his marks was 50% of the sum of their marks. So the marks obtained by them are. I guess, the leader of the last question, I will nominate Sanya. Please tell me your approach if you have done it right, because people need to know. Sorry for cold calling, but yeah, this need to be done.
You can everyone can unmute their self, okay, themselves. Feel free to unmute
Yeah,
yourself, guys.
anyone can actually unmute this. I'm just nominating because you guys are not responding. So anyone wants to give a hit at it? Yeah, Harsh.
Yes, okay.
All right.
Actually, I tried to answer the last question also, but I was unable to unmute.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is
my
there
approach
problem with
was,
everyone? Like people are not able
I don't
now.
know, last few questions I was unable to unmute. It was saying that you're not allowed to unmute your mic.
Okay, we'll check that. Don't worry. Yeah, tell me how you did
Okay,
that.
so one of the student would secure X marks and the other
Right,
would secure X plus 9 marks.
right,
And I'll form an equation which should be the sum of X, the sum, the score of first student X plus 9 should be equal to 56% of the total sum. And that would result, the answer to X would come 33, and then 33 plus 9 would be 42, the 2
right.
marks of the two students.
2 marks are the two. So you have made two equations,
Yes.
and then you have get two equation from it, and then did this. Okay, that's a good approach. Nice. Anyone else want to have anything a shortcut of this? Okay,
Hi, sir.
Amit. Hi, Amit.
Sir, there is another approach that we can take. Definitely, we can solve it via um, via taking the two equations. So that is one way of solving it. But
Right,
I tried another approach wherein I saw that, let's say if the total marks is 100, then one of them is getting 56 and the other one is getting 44.
right,
So
right,
the that would be very consistent, like in terms of percentages. The difference here is 12, like 44 and 56%. The difference here is 12. But as of now, we do not know the total. Let's say what was the total score. The paper was not of, let's say, 100 marks. The difference here is 9, and if it was of 100 marks, the difference is coming as 12. So we just need to see कि the total paper was the difference is 9 marks, whereas originally considering 56 and 44 the difference should be 12. So the total paper is 75%, basically 75% of 100. So their marks would also be 75% of 56 as well as 44.
right. And then
So 75% of 56 as well as 44 would be
42
42
and
and 33.
33. Right. Great. That's a great approach. So guys, have you seen that? That we do not have to make equations here. We can directly solve it usually just by analyzing the numbers here. So we know that 56%, very good, Amit, had you this approach. So if anyone's not able to understand it, I'll explain it again. So what is this? 56% of the sum of their marks. So 56 is out of 100, right? So remaining would be 44. So the marks are 56 and 44, that is sum up to be 100. And the difference between them is 56 minus 44, that is 12. But that is in percentage terms. In actual terms, what is the difference? 9 marks. So 9 marks difference, and we are having here is 12% difference. So 12% is basically 75% of 9 is basically 75% of 12. So what we need to do is 56 and 44, just reduce it to 75%, that is multiplying it by 0.75 or 3 by 4, and we can see that 56 is 14 4s are 56, 3 is 15, 14 3s are 42, or 44 same with 11 4s are 44, 11 3s are 33. So that's where we get any of the number we can get, and we can get the right answer. So that's how, you know, the approach given by, I guess, Amit had given me this approach, and Harsh given me the another approach. So Harsh, do you seen that how this can be done in a simpler way just by analyzing? So that's where these tips and tricks can help. And you can see that in the options, each number is different. So it is not like that the one number is 42, 33, one number is 41 and 33. So you need to check two options. No, if you get only one question, then also it is right. So that is also, you need to just once look and glance that these are the ways we can eliminate you, then we can ways to solve the question. If it is same, then we need to go to each and individual number. So that's how, guys, these are the small tips and tricks which can save your 10 seconds in each question. And you know, 10 seconds in a question will give 5 questions or like this will give you a solve in one, like you can solve additional one question in that time. And additional 1% means easily going like around, if you say a competitive exam like CAT, easily going like around 4 to 5 percentile score. If you had 88, you might have got 99, and that's sorry 92. So that's where, guys, that's the competitive advantage of time and speed. And that's why the solving, analyzing the questions in a different way helps. All right, so I guess, oh great, Madan recovered, and not too far behind, but no one. Great, guys. And also, guys, this is just for the competitive spirit, nothing else. Everyone should attempt, and everyone is great. It's not about only the leaderboard. All right.
Madan, can you please turn on your mic, and could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, sir. I'm Madan, and I'm from Visakhapatnam.
Hi, Madan.
Hi, sir. Hi, Namisha. Currently, I was pursuing the third year BTech at Geetham University. And, that's all, sir.
Great, Madan. So which
Okay.
companies are you aiming to crack, or any companies that you have in your mind?
Product-based companies, sir. Like firstly, no, not in particular company aiming for, just product-based companies I was searching.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you, Madan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice, guys. That seems very good to interact with you guys.
Sir,
So
I
that's
had a doubt in last
yeah,
question.
Ravi, tell me.
So can you explain me that 9 marks was the 75%?
Just a minute. Yeah. Right.
Okay, sir. So you told that the difference is of 9 marks. So
Huh.
that would be the 75%.
Right.
Then after that, can you explain me what you did?
Okay. So you got that why it is 75?
Sir, of what it is 75? I'm not able to get it.
Exactly. So because 56, look, some of their marks we have under, this is in percentage. So what it is basically 56, right? So 56% is one person marks. One of them scored 9 marks more than the other, and his marks. Basically, the person who scored more is 56.
Yes, sir.
So what is the score of the person who has scored 9 marks less?
That would be 44%.
44%. And what is the difference between these two? So we have no, so look, this is percentage, this is absolute number. The only way to relate them is the difference, that is 9 marks between the two, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what is the difference here? 56% here and 44.
12%. Sir.
12%. So now are you able to see 9 is what? 75% of 12,
Okay, okay, yes, sir.
right?
75. Yes.
So 56% and then 44. So 44%, 75% of 44 will be the person whose marks are 9 marks less. So that's how 33. Is the doubt clear, Ravi?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I guess it is clear with everyone. If not, this is a one-to-one only session. You can pitch in, you can directly ask the question. If you are not able to ask him, unmuting yourself, you're not able to unmute, please respond to chat. I guess chat is open to all. Just reply on chat. Okay, moving ahead. And we are good with the time also. So we have how much questions total, like how much questions are left?
Yeah, just few questions more, I guess.
Oh, great. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next question, right? Three attempts till yet. Is this question tough? 6. 30 seconds more. I'm giving you 30 seconds more for this. Okay. All right. So this question was tough. So this question was actually, when you will solve, you will see that how easy it is. But right now, what is the language written? The options are very confusing here. Okay, the most of I've done is 42 relationship, but is that the right question? Is that the right option? No, none of these is right. Why? Let's see. Okay, A is X percentage of Y and B is Y percentage of X. Then which of the following is true? The question is not any. A is smaller than B, A is greater than B. Relationship between A and B cannot be determined. If X is smaller than Y, anything between X and Y, then A is greater than B. So how we'll solve that? So obviously, as you see, because there is some percentage thing, this is not related. But what does actually percentage means? X percentage of Y. What is percentage if we say what it is in terms of a number, right? Percentage is just a fraction of it, right? So X percentage of Y is basically X by 100 of Y. Of means multiplication. So A can be written as X Y by 100, right? And similarly, B can be written as Y by 100 of X, that is Y into X by 100. Now what is A? X by XY by 100, B XY by 100. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. A equal to B. But this method, this mental maths will not be, we will not be able to do directly under pressure, right? So this how you need to do. Okay, I'll repeat again if anyone is having so what I'll do, I'll write in the chat so that people will able to understand why it is same. So what is A is this. Oh, I am not able to send the message to everyone. Sagar, just forward it.
Sure, sure, sir, sure, sir.
So now that's why A and B are equal. Let me know when, like, you just forward it to everyone. Okay. So all right. Now, but what is the trick here? How, if I'm not able to understand this basic definition, or not able to implement in the direct exam, how we will do this? What we will do, here comes the we can put the numbers here. So X percentage of Y. Now we can see that, let's suppose X is 20, B is Y is 50. So 20 percentage of 50 is 10. 50%, Y is 50. 50 percentage of 20 is also 10. That's where, guys, you can solve the question even if you're not able to understand by putting numbers. And you can recheck, is it only for this case or another case? So let's say 30% of 90. 30% of 90 is 27. Then 90% of 30 is also 27. So that's why A and B are exactly same, and you can solve the question. Okay. Anyone else having a issue here? Anyone, if any doubt is there, I can tell the whole solution. Let me know.
Sir, I want to ask something.
Yeah, Ravi.
Sir, just wanted to ask this is the same level of questions that come in CAT also?
Exactly. So basically what happens is, difference between, so CAT is designed in such a way that these level of questions will also come, and
Yes.
some tough level questions will also be there. So
Okay.
it is a mix of both. So then also a case of leaving questions is also important there. If you're not able to solve, leave it that time. Like,
Okay. And sir,
right?
how much time we should give to a question? Like here you have given the time, but there won't be time for us.
No, so it is an individual time, it is like you not have the time in each question, but you have the time in mind, like how much have you spent there, or is it like one attempt will give you like one attempt will lie in a range of around 1 minute or less than 1 minute to around 1.5 minutes. But then if you are stucking again and again, you're not getting the right, then you will know that you have attempted it 2 times. That means you have given it time for the 2 questions, still not able to do. And then you will think that it is I'm just very close to the question, but I'm not able to get. Let me attempt it last, I will get it for sure. This is the loop where we got friction. That's we should avoid that. If you're not getting it right, leave it as of time, come mark it somewhere, come again if you have time, but please attempt the questions. My practical example I will tell. In CAT 2018, the easy questions were at the end, very easy questions. So in the initial 30 minutes I have attempted, in our time it was a 3-hour paper and 1 hour for each section. So in quant I have attempted, I'll tell you, around in 35 minutes I have attempted only around 20 questions. No, so total question is 34, right? And I have attempted around 10 questions in 35 minutes, and I was like, how will I be able to complete it? Then it all the questions were at the last. So as of now, then I thought I'll leave the questions. I need to look at, I need to go to the end of the paper at least. So I've left 3 or 4 questions there. I went, and then in the next 15 minutes I have completed all the like say 20-15 questions, and then 4 or 5 questions were left for the 10 minutes.
Okay.
So that's how, you never you cannot get anything like it is like where the tough questions lie, where the easy questions. So the art of leaving questions is another trick thing in an exam, in a situation of pressure.
So we should first see the paper, that how it is, and solve the
Exactly,
easy
but you cannot see the paper, like you cannot just go through the paper, because it also takes 5 minutes, you have to see, right? But
Yes, sir.
what you need to do is, attempting a question, you need to decide when to leave that. Okay. So that is where you cannot see all paper, but if you will develop that speed, you will get to the end only if you had the right decision to make when to leave and when to not.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So understand, guys, that the doubts like this will get you your also, I will also come with more content if you had asked doubts. So please go ahead. Thanks Ravi for asking this question. So
Thank you, sir.
all right, let's go to the next question. I think just one or two left, then I will open the floor for you guys to ask any question regarding anything regarding exam or anything regarding process. So right, okay, so this is tough question, I guess. Only very less attempts here. All right, any more attempts? Anyone want to attempt? 10-second more. We close at 20. Great, great, great. Okay. All right. So now many mixed reviews, many. So this is where the tough question and the paper, the negative marking happen. The right answer is 6, but very 27, 27, 9. Like everyone is very close. So okay, how do you solve that? And this question is two-step question. First, you need to identify what is that number, and then you need to do the sum of the digit. Let n be the greatest number that will divide 112, 232, and 400, leaving the same remainder in each case. The sum of the digit in n. This is number system, classic number system question. And also sum of the digit in n is. So that's why if you get any, you are doing it by some tricks and you will not get the sum of that n. So, and it is also asked greatest number. So that means it's somewhere asking about the highest common factor. Okay, so how you will do that? Okay, so in this case, I'll tell you one thing. Leaving the remainder in each case means what? 112 is divided by anything, any number, and then it is leaving the same remainder with 112, 232, 400. So whatever the quotient is, whatever remaining remainder is same, that is r, let's suppose. So if I subtract 232 from 112, what I will get is remainder will be subtracted from both. Have you got this? If not, I'll explain you again. Let's suppose 112, that number, let's suppose that would be x. Okay, and the factor is, let's suppose any number, ax plus b. B is the remainder here. 232 is cx plus d. And what we have know that the remainder is same. That means that is d is equal to b. So that is cx plus b. Now when we are dividing 232 with 112, what we are getting is cx plus b minus ax plus b, ax minus b. So that is b cancels out, and then what we have remain is a minus c minus a bracket multiplied by x. So that means we'll get the number what is the number that will divide. So that's why great. That's why 232 minus 112 is 120. 400 minus 232 is 168, right? So this is here. So we can see remainder with where 120 came. 120 came with my dividing 232 minus 112, 120, 400 minus 232, that is 168. Now we know that 160, 120 and 168 will be divided by that number. So what we need to understand, we need to find the common factor of both, and we need the HCF, higher HCF of that number. So So we can see now how to calculate, like how to, we know 24 is the HCF, but how to get that? So we can see the number constituting 24. So we can see that it is divisible by 8. How we can see 120, yes, 80 and 40, 160 plus 8. 8 is divisible. And then we can see that is it, we can like give a, we can give the hit, like is it divisible by more power of 8, more power of 2, 16? No, it is not divisible by 16. So okay, 2 का power इतना ही हुआ, 5 7 कुछ आएगा ही नहीं odd numbers. Then 3 का आ सकता है, 9 आ सकता है. 3 चेक किया, 3 is divisible. 3 का divisibility rule क्या है? 3 का divisibility 1 plus 2, 3. The number is divisible by 3. 1 plus 6 plus 8. The number is divisible by 9 plus 6. The number is divisible by 3. But the number is not divisible by 6. So that's what 3 into 8, that is 24 is the HCF. And when we got 24, sum of the digit will be 2 plus 4. So that's how we'll do this question. If you guys are clear, again, the next question is here. Shoot it there. Okay, I guess this should be kg. This should not be, like it should not be years. All right, apart from that, yeah. So the correct answer is 61. Okay, how do you get that? And what is the exact weight? So we can do that. 36 is the average, 36 kg is the average of 24. So 24 multiplied by 36 would be sum of that. And then the average, when the another person, teacher is included, total students are 25. Then that average weight increases by 1 kg, that is 37. Then 37 multiplied 25. But 61, what is the weight of the teacher? How you will get that? The quality of this question is easily solved. It can be easily solved by just seeing it in another way. Okay, I will tell. Right, so 24 students is 36 kg. 36 kg, 24 students. That means each student is averaging it out to be 36. Now when the one person, when the teacher is included, the average weight increases by 37. It went 1% increase. But let's suppose hide this information. I will say the weight remains same. I will say the weight remains same. So 25 students, if the weight remains same 36, then the teacher weight, how much it should be? It should be exactly 36 kg, right? So 36 kg, teacher is contributing. If teacher is 36 kg, it is contributing in one student, 25 student, 36. But now the whole weight increase, average weight increases by 1 kg. That means whole 25 students will adding one more kg to the average, right? More kg to the total. That's why averages increases by 1 kg. So 36, it should be for remaining the same. And when the average is increasing, how much more needs to be added? 25. So did you get this? 36 plus 25. That is 61. That's how easily you can get this question. No equation, nothing. You just need to understand analyze it in your mind. Are you able to understand this method? Last question, anything? Please raise a hand, guys, and I need a confirmation on this. If you're able to get this method. If not, I'll tell it again. Okay, Ravi. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks, Sania. Other person, please give a raise of hand. Okay, you have a question, Avinash. Tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, Avinash.
Yeah, how is it 61? Actually, it's 24 students. So
Right.
36 plus 24, it is 60.
Yeah, but the teacher is also here now. So average will be of 25.
Yes.
So
it would be 25.
36 plus 25. Because right now the 25 total number of people, 24 students, one teacher.
Yeah.
Got it? And that's where, you know, guys, that 60 is also written here. So that is very a sweet spot to get you wrong. Get your 5 marks deducted here. 4, if it is 4 plus 4 plus minus 1 marking. So make sure these small things, and it will come with practice. So don't worry. It will just, you need some practice there. Okay, great. Next question. Great, 80. I guess 80, oh, 100 is the right answer. Oh my God. What is the total number of students? Okay, let's see how it is. So what we know, let the numbers to 100. Okay, the number of students above 8 years of age is 80%, basically 80% of X, right? How it is so? Okay, let's go back to the question. The number of students above 8 years of age is 2 by 3 of the students of 8 years of age. So basically 43, 38 is the number, and 2 by 3 of that is how much? 48 of 2 by 3 is, anyone?
32.
32, right? So that's where you are getting it 80, right? I guess 32 plus 48.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me see this. I guess this may be mistake in the solution. So let the number of students be X, and then number of students above 8 years of age is 100 minus 20, 80% of X. So this is that the 48 plus 2 by 3 of 48, 80%, and that is 80%. I guess this information is not written here, right? This information is not written, that it is 80%. Yeah, this is not. So this is an incomplete question. So also this is where, you know, you get sometimes the wrong, but don't worry, it will not be like subtracted, or it will be so one information is missing, that 80% of that students are 80% of the students are below so 8 years and above 8 years of age. So the right answer is 80 for this, but you know, there is some information missing in this. Okay. Time and work question, my favorite topic. Do it, guys.
So as it is said, like don't judge a book by its cover, right? So don't judge a question by its length. Okay, many a times the question might seem bigger, lengthier, you know, very much complicated, but it's actually not the reality. The question, the answer generally is very easy for that, right, sir?
Exactly. Okay, 40. 4 answers only. 3 people did it. So let's go to this question. So this is equation question. Like this, in this you cannot go much in like easy solution for it. So what it is what it is telling is 4 men and 6 women can complete the work in 8 days. Important concept out of this question is, as we said, as we discussed, that what we need to do is we need to see each individual person work in a time and work question, what a person efficiency of a person in 1 day, that we need to calculate. So 4 men are working. Let's say 1 man work a time like a 1 by X percentage of work. So 4 men are working. So 4 by X plus women 6 by Y is equal to 1 by 8 of the work, because we are calculating for 1 day, right? So 1 by 8. then 3 men and 7 women can complete it in 7 days. So 3 by x plus 7 by y is equal to 1 by 10. So how many days will 10 women will complete it? So in that case, it will be dividing two equations and basically extracting out y. So we have taken 1 by x. They have taken x only. So one man's work, 1 day work is x. So 4x plus 6y is 1 by 8. 3x plus 7y. Solving the equation, you get this. And then 10 women's work is 1 by 40. So 10 women will complete the work in 40 days. Okay. Anyone who solved the question can tell me an easy way? How you done it? 3 people who have got it right. How you have done it? Any easy way for this? Anyone wants to tell? Okay, Avinash. You had some doubt, I guess.
No, it was my previous.
Okay.
Yeah, I just loaded.
So anyone who have get it right, who got this question? Okay, let's see. Anyone want to participate? Sanya, you want to participate here? Did you got it right, by the way?
What, sir?
This question, did you got it right?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'd use same approach with what
Same
you had
approach.
used. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Right, because this we have to do it that way only, because there are multiple informations written here. Okay, all right. Okay, let's leave this by, because we are just getting it at the end of it.
We can skip this question as well.
Okay. Can we took this as the last question?
Yeah, correct. We can take it as the last question. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So one more, just see it. We will be anyway. Are we sharing this PPT, right?
Definitely. Yes. We will
So
be sharing.
you will anyway get all these questions. So do practice it. Solutions are also there. If you're not able to get anything, please be in touch with the Cantilever guys, and they will be solving you. Okay, so last question here. More time to this. Last question. The stakes are high this time.
And this is the golden question, right, guys? So
Exactly.
if you sort of answer this correct,
you will get a chance to interact with me. Okay, 7.98 and 8. The right answer is 7.98. Why? Because it is not directly the average of 7.508 and 8.50. What is happening is, okay, I will explain. So what here written is approximately average cost per liter of petrol if he spends 4,000 each year. Okay, so 4,000 he spent, and what is the rate at the first? 7.5. Now what we are calculating for, how we'll calculate the total average cost per liter? It will be total amount of money spent divided by the total liters. This we forgot many times. Total liter. And if you had this concept right, you need not to like run a basically not had need to any calculation, because the options are that simple that you can do easily. Okay, I will tell. Now total number of cost is 4,000 each year, 3 years 12,000. Okay, 4,000 into 3. Now total number of petrol, how you will get that? That will be for each year, it will be different. So 4,000 divided by 1 point divided by 7.5 divided by 8 divided by 8.5, and sum of this. So 4,000 divided by 8 is 50, right? 500. So 500 liters plus 8.5, it will be a number, plus 7.5, it will be what? It will be 4000 divided by 7.5, basically 15. So it will be not exactly not exactly like the division will be different. So summing three things up and then dividing it by 12,000, it will be not exactly, it is basically a harmonic mean, not a arithmetic mean. So it will not be 8, it will be different from 8, and it will be different, but the highest price is 8.5, so it will not be 8.5 exactly, it will not be 9, it can be 8, but it is not 8. Why? Because it is not an arithmetic mean. So that's why, you know, you will get this right. So the question, the petrol is this: 4000 by 7.5, 4000 by 8, 4000 8.5, 2 by 15, 1 by 8, and 2 by 17. When you will get only this, right? So you will get that, you will not get a very like a good number, like 51 is the 51 is the LCM of it, and you will not get a round off number basically. So 8 in itself not possible. So that's how you use elimination, your theory, and you're not it is not a like a just a random guess, it is a exactly calculated guess, right? You had not used the calculations here. So I guess the person who got it right and fastest will get prize. But you know, as this session was not about anything about winning and like getting it, it is just about to start up. You know, you had the theories in there. So Sanya is overall winner, but these times all are just uh, not not a not a sense of like and anyone can reach it to this level, to better level to this. It just you need to start up. And the questions, this question you will be getting this PPT, so attempt this question. And so from my side uh, this this experience of this session was that, you know, it's very important to get the concept right, get the practice right, get the then comes the solving and the pressure of the exam. But what is the most important is starting up and getting learn the topics and then practice the question. That is the first point. So as we have uploaded 7 8 topics of content in the portal. Please go to the dashboard, look at there, and just have a confidence that each individual will have their own time, their speed. So it is not something that you need to you're lagging behind, or you had a good enough of time before your placements and preparations. So all the best to you guys. That is what I can tell you that, you know, never it's late. You can easily pitch up. These questions are elementary maths, 8 9 10th questions, not even 11 12. So you just need to brush up. And all the best guys, my best wishes. And yeah, you want to describe this session, please do that on Slido N even. And anything right now also, the floor is open, we are not going anywhere. So if you have any questions, any regarding any doubts, please let me know. Over to you, Sagar.
Yeah, guys, I request all of you to I'll be sharing the link of this poll. Just a second. Yeah, it's open. I request all of you to sort of share their experience and whatever they felt, right? Whatever you people have felt, you can feel free to put it on. So you can, in order to use this poll, please go on this link. I've added it in the chat box. Any one word that strikes your mind that, you know, this was like whatever your feelings are, you can just describe it in one word. And if you're looking up for such kind of sessions, frequently, if you want to interact with Nimis sir, you can always feel free to share your comments. At the same time, you have been added to Discord. At the same time, you have WhatsApp. You have my number at the same time. You can feel free to reach out. And but key to success is to just start, as Nimish sir has already said, and make sure that you fail every day. You practice, you make n number of errors. The more and more umpteen number of errors you will make, you will make sure that you will definitely reach out to your target and your goal. And we will frequently consistently we will help you out in the process. But it has to be, the action has to be from both the end. When there is an, as you all know, that when there's an action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. But we want you all people to do that action, in order to see the reaction. So yeah, I can still see a couple of words there. Okay, the session was helpful, awesome, wonderful session, excellent session, good. Okay, I request all of you to sort of comment here. Come on guys, like how many people are here? Like 17 people are here. Okay, wonderful session, is majority of crowd saying. Nimis sir, it was really amazing session, it seems.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Sagar. One word I just wanted to want to share some thought also. So also guys, have faith on cantilever system. I have been also have seen them working on you, that they're like doing taking their nights and days equal, and they're making their effort to get the best content to you. But as Sagar said, you had to only work upon them. That you have best content, best practice papers on your dashboards and on your platform. So have faith in the cantilever system. They are working really hard for you guys, but it's on you to do it. Great.
Yeah, definitely. And if you have any of your friends who are supposed to join the session, and if in case they have missed out the session, so no worries. We will be also sharing the recordings of the session with all of you. Okay. I guess Nimish sir, there's one more slide, which is next
Oh,
to this.
right.
Yeah, there's on the 32nd, and yeah, that slides.
32nd. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So guys, you can feel free to comment on this, that as tech graduates, a lot of you are bombarded with a lot of subjects. There are like so many assignments, practicals, and this and that, and you get pulled and pushed from many verticals, and more than 45 subject is what you learn, but the reality is something else. So if you agree with this meme, if you really resonate with what this meme is trying to convey, you can just turn on your you can unmute yourself and share your comments, or else you can also put your comments and your thoughts on the chat box. If you're also looking for such kind of sessions in upcoming days, I request people to comment and share your feelings. At the same time, I request you all, each one of you, to go on this link, which I'm sharing it in the chat box, and please do comment on the Instagram, that whatever your feelings are, whatever you felt with this session, whatever your learning outcomes are, and if you really felt it was helpful and great, please do comment on this post on Instagram. So now session is all open. Anyone, if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask, you can please pitch in anytime.
Yes, sir. I want to ask something.
Okay, regarding this meme.
So that can be, but matlab basically based on this only.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sir, actually recently I graduated, so I wasn't getting a job or something. So I think now my option is only MBA or something. So should I do it now, go for that now in any college, or wait for 2 3 years, get experience, or look for better colleges and all? How do I plan out things now?
Right, right, right. Okay. So as you said, you just graduated, right? So okay,
And
this
not
is
getting a job, sir, because
no, that's okay. Let's so
suppose
what happening is okay. So it is mostly so what I will tell you, MBA, another degree is always an option, but that is also comes with like experience. Like you will get things understood it better when you had an experience, or is it like if you wanted to go prepare for that, but make sure that at the end you had to do the job. These are only like you need to learn on the job only. So if you're not able to get a job, you can able to build your skill set in that time, right? It is not only related to the engineering you did. There are multiple online courses there. There are multiple opportunities on LinkedIn. If you know just directly do some freelancing thing for the just to learn, and also there are you upskill yourself basically, whatever upskill to the requirements, which is some start with something so that you will see where you what type of work you like also, and as per your interest you start things and then try internships, try work like internship for 6 or 7 year 7 months, sorry. And if you when you will get this, then if you have applied to the job, people will get to see the exact like relevant experience in your experience in your CV. So it will be then you will obviously able to convert. So it is just a don't don't be like very sad by this, or just do like very disheartened by this that you are not able to get a job. It is not something like that. It is just a matter of time and to start. So waiting for 2 3 years and for an MBA, that you can do, but like MBA is also not the last option, right? Again, at the end you need to do job, so better to upskill yourself and then look for the area which you think. And then if you work, if at the time of work you realize that MBA is an option, please go ahead. Also people have done like many people have done with job only, like any of multiple exams of CAT and all.
yes, sir.
So that would be my advice.
Yes,
Any
sir.
more
Thank-
questions?
No, no, sir. This was only
All
that. Thank you so much, sir.
right. And just have a faith and have a patience. It is just a matter of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Any more questions from any other? Please feel free to ask.
Yeah, we'll be closing the session in just 5 minutes more.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Any
We
any
will-
question? Okay, Praneeth is asking. Okay, a question. Let me answer it. Praneeth Ramdeke has like true from first year apti should be made compulsory. Practicals are impractical and outdated machineries from 1940s. Praneeth, that's the brutal reality, and here are we to bridge the gap between what is the expectation from the industries and what kind of skill set, what kind of basically the knowledge gap that we are having. We're trying to bridge it and help you out to get your dream careers. So no worries, Praneeth. Thanks for sharing this.
Great. Great.
Anyone else? Guys, you won't find Nimish sir this much
Yeah,
free.
so I
Okay.
will be going in 3 minutes after the 2:20 will
So
end.
any question, any question related to aptitude, related to anything that you want to ask to Praneeth sir, to Nimish sir, that about his cat, about his experience, about his failures, about his success, uh, uh, about any kind of question that you have in your mind, please feel free, open to pitch in anytime. Or else if you also want to ask your questions, and if you want the answers of specific questions, you can also put it on the Discord chat, and we will make sure that we get the answers for you. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Then
All
I
right.
hope everybody enjoyed the session, and it was really insightful, Nimis sir. Okay, thank you so much for addressing the students and making this session really interactive and engaging. And Slido also was really helpful in the whole game. Thank you, students. If you're looking for frequent kind of sessions, similar kind of sessions, please let us know. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nimis sir. So much.
Thanks a lot, Sagar. Thanks a lot for your help also. Slido integration, everything. And yeah, all cantilevers people. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay.
Thank you, students. Thank you. Thank you,
All
sir.
the best, students. All the best for your endeavors, future endeavors. All right.